Hello and welcome to Damien's Wi-Fi commentaries. I'm playing as Captain Falcon, and with me is my fellow KOS member, KP. This is going to be a regular-ish series of videos, because I'm going back to school and so I might not get as much time as I'd quite like. But for now it's regular, and we're going to start off with a race in N64 Mario Raceway, which should be quite nice for showing a few tactics, like holding items. Okay, this is a luck track, so I'm going to sandbag. Basically to get the good items and race with them as much as I can. Now, I want to be as far back as possible, but not too far back that I lose the pack. I'll be right on the pack's tail, which I am, which is good. I'm going to chain this item first of all. Take a quick cut, and notice I don't use my bullet straight away. I'm waiting for something to happen. I managed to get that Luigi, which is nice, because it means that I have a bit of a bigger lead. I think I may have missed him due to lag. I didn't have anything to wall that shell with, and so I tried to wall it on the piranha plant, but obviously it didn't work. With the Mark bike, you can take a quick cut across the grass. I shouldn't have used that mushroom there, should have saved it. Okay, right, I've got my triple reds, I'm going to use them wisely. Just gonna take the people out who obviously don't have any defences. Whoops! Maybe I should have been more careful. Luckily I had a mushroom, so I could just take a quick cut through the grass to catch up, and I'm back in the race. Fourth going into the last lap isn't too bad, but third is better, so I'll take third. Now, if this was a better quality run, you'd want to be further back, but it's not, so I can get away with doing this. I'm trying to now prop up. I'm trying to get as far forward as I possibly can. I'm careful to dodge the blast area of that blue shell, and these texture hacks are fairly good with that because they create a massive blast radius. Someone took a cut, they didn't have any protection. I took advantage of that, and now the race is mine. Just gotta dodge this POW. Phew, that was a close one. Managed to get to the line before that blue hit me. Yeah, so basically, the main tactic there was to get the good items and to use them wisely. If I had wasted that bullet as soon as I got it, I most likely wouldn't have got in the lead, and maybe I would have ended up doing less well in the race. I'm going to skip the boring bits and go straight into the next race, which I vote for Delfino Square, but it's not. Just as a quick note, the hacks, the texture hacks, are not mine. They are Betelrama's, so I give credit to Betelrama for those. The item hacks, I'm not sure who made, but the texture hacks, I don't actually hack the items. Just to get that clear, first of all. But yeah, we've ended up with DS Pools. Again, I'm going to adopt kind of the same tactics, just because it's a really short track. If I can get a good item and use it in the best possible place. I could have gone for the middle box there. Okay, I've got my bullet straight away. I'm going to keep this. Whoa. The dry bones slipped on the banana, but lag made it so that I did as well. You want to be careful for that kind of thing. Taking a thin line, very, very thin. Okay, I'm going to use my bullet here to zip through. Take this curve really fast, because you can in a bullet. With the mark, you know you can take the turns tightly, and so you probably should. It's probably the best way for it because it's quickest. and you can take really, really slick lines, which is obviously going to be faster. Make sure that you don't fall off there. It's a common spot if you get hit or your controller dirks or something. Okay, that item box there was to confuse people and possibly make one hit it, because it's going to be hard for them to get through that if there's loads of distractions in there. Okay, just checking behind me to make sure that there was no one behind me, and there wasn't, so I have won that race. Again, it was mainly the use of a powerful item when I was fairly close to the front of the pack that allowed me to dominate that race and dictated how I wanted to race. Okay, last race for today, and I think I might get my choice this time. So, Delfino Square, it's more of a front running track, not entirely front running, but I can cover that next time. I'll also try and record some races next time where I possibly don't do so well. Unfortunately, I seem to play better when I record, which is kind of weird, but yeah. So, if I possibly record somewhere I get raped at the end or something, then that might be better to see how I could have used my items better. Okay, I crossed lines with someone there, and the second time they tried to wheelie bump me, I was careful, but then let my line slip in the process. First item, which I don't get, is quite important usually, as you can get a power item from it, but I didn't get one, so I'm just going to stick at the back. Close to the middle of the pack, and then at these item boxes, you can wait to get a shroom, or something that I can take a shortcut with. I'm not confident with the double, so I'm not going to go for that. I was probably wise not to. Probably wouldn't have made it anyway. But I am going to take this one, Mud Cup. Probably didn't need to use 2 shrooms there, but I'm playing it safe. Not taking any chances. Okay, so I'm fairly towards the front of the pack now. It's a tight pack, so chain wheelies are important for breaking away. I managed to get mine right this lap. Get my lines really nice and tight. Just try not to slip on anything. This corner is really good for trapping, because people can't see when they come around that second corner. They can't see any items behind it. Okay, this is my chance to take the lead, and possibly it's a game-breaking change, because he's now got to stand still mini turbo before he can even start to catch up. Okay, be careful on the powers on that corner. They're really dangerous usually. They got powered out, and so yeah, it is dangerous, because you're on a turn, so it's harder to dodge the power. Hop over the grassy bits, get a good line, and take the corner sharpish. Okay, I'm now dictating the race again. I've got a stretch of lead, which I have to defend against however many players there is that are actually in contention. So I'm starting to ignore the Waluigi and the Toads at the back. King Boo, if he gets some really, really good items, might come close-ish to me, but I very much doubt it. And the Funky Kongs are certainly in contention. They're my main contention for this. Okay, so I'm just going to zip away as fast as I can, because if someone takes this shortcut there, they're going to come straight through. They didn't, so I pretty much got this race backed up now. Just have to not fall or do anything stupid at the end, like I always usually do. Didn't that time, and so I've got straight through, first again, mainly because I was clever with my dodging and my trapping. Fibs behind corners are really, really nice to do, because they're really effective. You'll see in a minute, I go into this fib. Even though it's on auto drive, it's still a good example of how your natural lines get disrupted, because they've trapped you, and so you have to do something that you wouldn't otherwise do. Well, anyway, comment, rate, subscribe, if you'd like to be on my friend roster, I do have a couple of spots. So just PM me or anything, and yeah.